Why hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my May TBR, my May hopefuls. So I have 5 physical books sitting in front of me, and I also have a few books on my Kindle that I'm really hoping to get to in the month of May. So I was sitting down working on my reading planner a couple days ago, and I noticed that in the month of April, I really heavily relied on audiobooks, which is so unlike me. Not that there's anything wrong with audiobooks, but the fact that I have been consuming most of my books via audio versus like physical or ebooks is kind of baffling to me. I don't know. I'm usually not a big audiobook person, so I'm hoping that in the month of May I can get back to like physical and Kindle books. Hopefully, we'll see. So maybe this is a little bit of a ambitious TBR considering how much I've been relying on audiobooks recently, but hopefully I can get to these. Also, I've noticed that I have only had 3 5-star reads all year, and we're into month 5 of the year, which is like insane. And like one of the 3 books that I gave 5 stars was a reread, so it doesn't even count. So I'm hoping that I do have some 5 stars in the stack. I'm very hopeful that I have some 5 stars in the stack. So let's just get right into it. So recently I've been in a really like thriller horror heavy mood. So the vast majority of the stuff I have in front of me is in that category. I do have a couple of romances sprinkled in, but for the most part it's thriller and horror. So the first one I have is That's Not My Name, by Megan Lally. So this is actually a YA thriller that I've heard such amazing things about. So I had to pick it up when I was in Barnes & Noble about a month ago, and I'm very excited to get to it. So from my understanding is that this follows a woman or a girl, I think she's high school age, a girl that is discovered alone in the woods or something along those lines, and a man comes forward saying that he is her father. But is he? We don't know, but I am very much so looking forward to this one. Like I said, I've heard really good things. The next book I have to go over with you guys is also considered YA, so that is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. So this is book 1 in the Boys of Tommen series. I went to 3 stores in order to find the ombre spine of this one because it's starting to go out of print. But this is a rugby romance, I think, set in Europe somewhere. And that's literally all I know about it. I've heard, again, amazing things about this one. I've heard it's very heart-wrenching. I've heard people say they've cried like a baby while reading this. So I am really excited to finally get to it. This book is so incredibly intimidating. This is currently, there's 5 books out in this series. I think the 5th one just came out like a week or 2 ago. This book is 600 pages and like the text is tiny. So tiny. Like I'm so scared that it's gonna take me like the whole month just to read this one book because of how dense it is. So wish me luck. Let me know if I need tissues when I read this. But yeah, this is book number 2 that I'm hoping to get to. The next book I have, is it horror or is it thriller? I don't know. I probably should have looked that up. Part gripping thriller, part psychological horror. Okay, so this is Sisters of the Lost Nation by Nick Medina. I think this was a debut when it originally came out. I got this from the library. But this follows a native girl who is hoping to get answers about a woman's mysterious disappearance. And that's all I know about it, and that's all I want to know about it. I honestly had not heard about this book until it was selected for a book club pick for one of my favorite YouTubers. So I am excited to read this. Hopefully it's good. Next up is a horror. So this is Diola by Jennifer Thorne. I love the cover. I don't know why. This was a aardvark pick from a month or two ago. So this is I think it's a gothic vacation situation. Okay, so this one, it says it follows a family who goes on some destination vacation, and things start to go a little haywire. There's weird noises. The villagers are giving them warnings about the past of the villa itself. I think it's like a gothic vacation haunting story-esque situation. I don't know, but I'm excited to get to this one. And it's relatively short, so hopefully I can get to it quickly. And then the last physical book I want to get to finally is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. If you've watched some of my book unboxings and book hauls, you know that I've talked about this book before because I've gotten the Fairy Loot and the Owl Crate special edition of this book because it's set in Egypt, and I'm a sucker for anything set in Egypt. So this one was pitched as The Mummy meets Death on the Nile, if I remember correctly. And that's right up my alley. That is literally all I want to know about this. So I think it's set in like the 1800s, maybe 19th century Egypt. Yes. So I am very excited about this one. It's a YA fantasy, which fantasy is not really my vibe, but given that it's about Egypt, I think I'm going to really, really love this. So I have the regular hardcover version here, and I'm just putting it out there because you guys know I already have the Fairy Loot and Owl Crate editions of this book. The only other edition of the book that I'm missing that I really, really want is the Barnes & Noble special edition, which has a really beautiful purple cover, which is like my favorite color. So if anyone has the Barnes & Noble special edition of this book and they want to get rid of it, let me know. Okay, so yeah, that is it for the physical books I have in front of me. So I do want to go over some things on my Kindle. I'm going to pull up my Kindle app and my Goodreads because I have gotten so many arcs recently, like way too many that all kind of come out within the next few months. So I like desperately need to get to them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't know where I was cut off because my sister called me and so rudely interrupted my filming. So as I was saying, I have quite a few arcs that I've gotten over the past few weeks that I really desperately need to get to because the vast majority of them come out in the summer. I think 1 or 2 maybe come out in the fall, so I have a little more time to get to them, but my goal is to get to at least 1 or 2 a month leading up to those releases. So I think I have 7 total arcs currently sitting on my Kindle, which is right here. Look how cute she is. All these stickers are in my shop, BTW, linked in the description box down below. But the 2 arcs that I'm hoping to get to this month, hopefully. The first one is Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. So this is the same author as Forget Me Not. I'll try to remember to put a photo of the cover on the screen. But this one, I think the 2 people are in an orchestra. And I've heard really amazing things about Forget Me Not. I have not read that yet, but the early reviews that I've seen so far, there's a lot of 5 stars and a lot of 4 stars for this one, so I'm very much so looking forward to it. And then the other one is called The Last Party by A.R. Tor. And I don't think I mentioned the last one comes out in July. This one comes out in August. So this is a thriller, I believe. So this is the same author as The Good Lie, The Girl in 6E, Every Last Secret, A Familiar Stranger. I think, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I think a lot of A.R. Tor's books are on Kindle Unlimited, or at least they used to be on Kindle Unlimited. So if you are interested, they should be very easily accessible. But I've heard amazing things about A.R. Tor. Again, the early reviews that I'm seeing on Goodreads are really, really good. So I am very hopeful that I'm going to love this one. But anyways, that is pretty much it for my May TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I do plan on doing 1 or 2 vlogs this month. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!